Hey, what's up you guys? You're watching Team APS. I'm with Alec today.
What's up, guys? And we're going to talk about that new card that was just announced out of Circuit Break. And the name is Shutline.
Yeah, or whatever, it gets
Name
translated
pending.
to.
Yeah.
So this is a counter trap card actually, not a normal trap. And it's got a really cool effect. When a spell, trap card, or monster's effect is activated, in this face down card's column, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So, kind of crazy. Kind of strong.
Yeah. Number one, no cost.
Yeah, that's actually really rare for this type of card. I mean, there's a sort of cost attached that we'll talk about in a second, but there's no discard,
cost.
you know?
Yeah, no, you're not
no
pitching
life
anything.
points, no, anything like that. No, like, specific restriction on, like, the phase you can activate it, like Chivalry or some obscure thing like that.
My thing is, I wonder why it doesn't negate monster summons too.
That would actually be really awesome.
Just give it the full solemn treatment.
And so the downside then, or limitation, is that the card that it negates has to be in its column, which I think is actually kind of genius in some ways.
Well, look at this. Look at it this way. Yu-Gi-Oh has what? 4 main columns?
5 or 4 types of columns.
Well, 5. I guess 5 columns.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess was the field zone part of a column? Is there?
No, I guess not. So you can negate those.
So there's 5 possible
Pendulums
columns
are
this
now.
card can be in, and it's kind of hard. Like statistically, the chance that your opponent's just gonna so happen play whatever you want to negate in that column is actually kind of low.
But that is where I think the mind games can come in because, okay, well, with Link monsters coming out, there where the 2 link zones are on the mat, I think it makes perfect sense to just set this behind one of those extra monster zones.
That's true. Snipe their link before it gets started. I think just
because
about
most of them
all
have
links have effects. Now there are the really generic ones. And ones with continuous effects that don't require activation.
It's like the Mrs. Radiance.
So,
but what's cool though is even the thing behind the link monster, like if the link monster points down and they have to summon another extra deck monster or whatever.
That's true.
Then like you could have this behind that, and that gives some cool protection. What else? I mean, I guess just the mind game involved in like your opponent. After they see this card the first time, they suddenly have to care about their zones. You know what I mean?
That doesn't matter though. They have to decide, do I want to play this here or there? Something we really don't worry about in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Because like up to now, it's always kind of just been devil may care. You just sort of summon your monsters wherever you want, activate stuff wherever you need, and no one really keeps a whole lot of track of it.
The only thing you didn't do was put monsters in your spell and trap zone. Oh wait, we broke those rules.
Yeah. But I think that this is cool because it means once your opponent has had a card negated by this one time, they suddenly have to start caring. And maybe right now that's not a big deal. You can always just play your cards in whatever zone this set card isn't in. But what happens when you have multiples of this set,
Right. Do you think Senate Switch, does it move face down cards?
I don't know. I need to reread that card actually. I'm going to reread it. Okay, I'll look it up actually.
You look it up. I'll talk while you look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
So,
Senate.
this kind of goes back to when Paul and I theorized an archetype of monsters that move spaces.
Yeah.
They have different effects depending on what's all in its column or what's like in front of it.
Senate Switch. Once per turn during your main phase, you can move a monster on your side of the field to an adjacent unoccupied monster card zone.
Okay, so it can only move monsters. So
it's kind of interesting though.
In this theoretical format that Paul and I have imagined, where monsters can slip zones and you can move, and Senate Switch might allow you to do even more with that.
It could dodge this card. Like if someone's got this card set and you fear that, you know what I mean?
And I imagine because of like how the metagame goes, the top decks will be very clear, plays will become very standardized to the point where your opponent can know where you're gonna connect maybe 2 turns before you even do it.
Yeah, because a lot of the common stuff like Mrs. Radiant, you know exactly where they point. So you kind of know where things are going to have to be. And if you know a combo, kind of offhand the flowchart to it, then you can set this card preemptively.
Yep, you can put it way over here. They haven't even put down their monster, but you know they're going to try and get to there, and this will stop whatever play they're trying to make.
So, the question, is this going to be used? Could it become a staple? What do you think?
This... Immediately, no, but with the direction I think This card represents kind of the future, I feel.
Yeah, if more stuff comes out that involves the zones, I think it becomes decent.
I think for them to make that card, I think they're saying that this card will be relevant.
Yeah, that's true. And hopefully it will be kind of easy to get a hold of, but there's no telling yet.
It's going to be secret. Let's get ready.
So that's our thoughts on this card. Let us know what you guys think. Is this something that could become staple? Could it become, you know, a normal card and be strategically incorporated? Do you like the design? Or do you think it's just going to get thrown to the wayside like a lot of cards do?
In the bottom of a comments box somewhere.
All right, that's it. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Let us know if you want us to talk more about new cards like this. We'd love to. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Pass turn.